Hello everybody. Ramadan's over, so it's been more of a chill time now. Like during Ramadan, I was doing my CompTIA A+ certification. I'm finally I'm halfway done. I got my Core 1 done about a week ago. Let me stop. Anyway, I'm really happy about that. So I'm ready to get back into it now and stream. So what I was thinking about doing actually was on Sundays, I was talking to Sasha yesterday, just reviewing a game every week that I play and doing it live. I've kind of bounced around with the idea a lot. And, you know, now that I'm around, I got time. Why not try it, right? So that's what I kind of want to do. That being said, first game that we are going to be reviewing today is Marathon. This game, bro. This was a fucking sleeper for me. I saw initially all of the discourse about the game. People were so upset, so unhappy about it, yada, yada, yada. Like, I didn't really care much. I mean, I was just kind of playing like Expedition 33 and everything like that. And plus two, like everybody just goes and talks about Steam charts and all that bullshit. So I didn't really care about it. But oh my God, this game, it has had hooks in me. If I take a look at my freaking Steam charts right now, I mean, Steam library, an hour and 4 minutes in the past few weeks. I'm gonna say 24 of that is chilling, like keeping it on even though I'm not playing. But that being said, I love this game. To give a background on how much I've played, I'm level 48. I got way too much time on this game. I'm just letting you all know right now. But what I'm trying to get is I'm certified. I mean, I need to talk about it. Oh my goodness. So let's start off with the art style. This game is fucking beautiful. It is literally beautiful. It's got the whole sci-fi aspect to it. Right now, it's just like, this is the screen, but if I were to come into it, it's like a futuristic sci-fi, but it's not like Star Wars futuristic where it kind of like looks a little bit retro. This is kind of like real futuristic where like there's a lot of colors, really robotic. The interiors, everything's like kind of circular and everything. It's very, very sci-fi, super futuristic, and I fucking love that part about it. Just when you go to select your shells, like everything is just super futuristic, but I don't want to hop into that too quick. The story of Marathon is you are basically a runner, which is the person here on screen. You're taking over a robotic body and you're going to a colony called Tau Ceti 4, and which is the planet on the colony. What? The colony on the planet. Anyway, what you call it? Yo, you see we got the blues, bro. I ain't done this in a minute. Holy shit. We're runners going to this planet and we're trying to figure out what happened. A long time ago, there was in a galaxy far, far away. Now, a little bit before this, there was a ship called the UESC Marathon. It left the Sol system to go to Tau Ceti 4 and colonize the planet because they were running out of resources in the Sol system. So they did that. But something happened to the Marathon. There's a story that explains it. It's kind of spoilers, but these games are stupid old, but long story short, everybody's gone. The UESC, which is like the government, and not to be mixed with USEC. UESC would smoke USEC, just saying, no, just saying. Anyway, like UESC wants to know what happened, so they're the government though. They're sending in their own things, but the runners, these guys are being hired by anybody. Now, I want to talk more about the runners later. Actually, yeah, let's get into the factions now. So there are 6 factions in the game. Syac is like the base faction for the game. I think this is like that runs the runner OS, and you get a lot of upgrades through them and everything, but this is what Homegirl looks like. Yeah, freaking crazy. Yeah, industry leader in AI. Syac is cool. I mean, they'd be talking crazy to you when you first hop in. It's like, assert, you have no future. Like, they're talking to you crazy. It's what, like, they're cool. The next one is NewCal. These guys handle the food on the planet. These motherfuckers are weird. They act like they're all nice and like, talking about the science and everything like that. These motherfuckers are turning people into food. Human waste into food. Do not fuck with NewCal. But, hey, They gave your boy blue shields though. So the next one is Traxxas. These guys are more of the like corporate entity type of people. If you're talking like if Amazon was take a private military company with BlackRock. Put BlackRock in this, bro. That's literally what this is. They're just they talking all this corporate jargon, all this bullshit. They're assholes. I don't like them. Next, MITA. These guys are my favorite faction. These guys are the terrorists. Why I like them so much is because when they built the Marathon, they took so they colonized Mars and they were living on Mars, right? And Mars was going through a drought. It was going through a famine and drought, one of the two. No, definitely a famine. And the UESC, instead of helping them, bought Mars's moon, and then they turned the moon into they built the Marathon in the moon. And I think it was taking away from resources from Mars. So a few people rebelled and the USC killed hella civilians on top of the few people that rebelled. And there were some people in MITA. So MITA is literally just fuck the UESC. It's I fuck with them though, because they got a reason to, bro. They really got a reason to. Fuck them, bro. They're kind of like everybody else coming down with me, which is kind of funny. I ain't gonna lie. Next one, Arachne. I love this faction. This is the PvP faction. This is just straight up the PvP faction. When you're going in and doing these guys' tasks, it's just killing people. Oh, I should probably tell you about the... I want to get into what type of tasks these guys tell you. Tasks these guys have you doing later. But these are the guys, they're just like kill other runners. Kill everything. I love these guys. Next one is Sekaguchi. Sekgen for short. These guys, I don't know. They just kind of like... I don't know much about them. I'm only ranked 12. From what I know, they like innovation, I guess, but like they're the ones who like I get the upgrades for my shell and all of that thing. Like it's all right. It's all right. Don't really know much about them. Now, going into the runners themselves, there's quite a few runners that I want to talk about. Whew. I can't wait to talk about the scheme's UI. So there's about 7 runners, Jesus. And I like probably 2 of them. I ain't gonna lie, I like 2 of them. But let's go through all of them. So we got Destroyer. This guy's kind of your tank. He is very quick. He has these fire boosters that you can run and sprint with. And he's got like a riot barricade that you can bull up too. And then he's got shoulder mounted rockets to shoot at people. He's very oppressive, especially with a shotgun. You can go fucking crazy with this guy. Vandal, I do like him a little bit, but you run out of heat, which is basically the stamina quickly for him. So I'm just Next one is Vandal. I love Vandal. The ult, I don't use it too much. The Amplify, I know it's definitely good. Like when you're moving quick, you're overheated and everything like that. But my favorite part is the disruption cannon. For late game, using this is basically like a rocket launcher, bro. I fucking love this thing. Like, especially with the AI that we'll get into it later, you need. And then you get a double jump too. So like traversal is everything. Now this right here. Oh my God. I love Recon. I love Recon. I don't care what anybody says. I'm dying on this fucking hill. I'm dying on this hill. Recon is so fucking good. Yes, her tracker drone needs work, but I love her. She has an ability where you basically have a tracker, an echo pulse, and it pulses multiple times. And you can see people through walls when you pulse. I probably will give a little bit of a demo later, but it is so nice. It doesn't differentiate between other runners though, like other runners and AI, which is kind of knocks it down a few points, but I still really enjoy it. Just because having intel, playing a game like R6 for years, I need the fucking intel. The next one, Tracker Drone. This is good, but it's a little fucking annoying. It basically will just track people, but you have to send it, and it's janky as fuck. If it's not in front of them, like actively going to them, it's gonna fuck up. I think a really good thing that they could do to make it a little better is if they have like, say there's like footsteps, you have it tracking the footsteps. That would be amazing. But we'll have to see. Interrogation, ooh, this is so nice. Whenever you finish somebody, like when you get to downstate, it pings the location of other people. Fucking love it. And then Stalker Protocol, yeah, that's the defeat. This is another thing that I was talking about with the tracker drone. when you break their shields, they leave footsteps and they're very pronounced. So it's nice to track people when you're like, oh my god, chasing a fucking destroyer and they're just hitting the jets after you break their shield. Like, god damn. There's not really much. That's one of the downsides about Recon. She really doesn't have much traversal ability, but you get a lot in intel at the very minimum. I hate this fucking class. I hate this fucking class. There's no goodbye. I hate this fucking class. Fuck Assassin. Why do I hate Assassin? They have a smoke green, their prime ability. Yeah, it just smokes. This is annoying when you're fighting somebody. You can chase them usually, but if they have a lot of heals, oh my god, this completely resets the fight sometimes, which is a little annoying, but you can live. This motherfucking ability right here, why is this not the ultimate? Active camo? Oh, these are the Bungie devs. These are the Bungie devs, man. I hate this fucking ability, bro. I want it to be a prime ability. It is so bullshit. It's not even funny. Yeah, it's a little bit easier to see when you're out in the middle. I don't have good eyesight. I don't see these motherfuckers. And I swear their audio is muted or at least lower when they're in that mode, because the amount of times I've gotten jumped by a fucking free kit assassin, fuck them, bro. Oh my god, I don't even care about the traits, bro. All you need to know is active camo. If you see somebody using this is like an Ash main in R6 or something like that, or a fucking, no, not even like an Ash main, it's just a meta slave. If you're a meta slave, you're playing fucking assassin. Hey, fight me in the comments. I don't give a fuck. Let me stop. Unless you're not just running around with a knife and you're actually playing assassin, you know, differently, then you're cool. This is only to the people who just sit in a fucking corner and active camo everything. Like, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? There was one time I was going into Pinwheel. I'll explain what that is a little later. There was one time I was going into Pinwheel and I was opening up the key cards. There was an assassin in the corner freaking active camo. If I didn't have purple shield, I would have died right away because he's just meleeing me. What the fuck, man? All right, but hey, I guess I gotta check my corners, but I didn't see shit. I didn't see shit. Whatever. Triage, goat when I'm playing with my homeboys. He's literally just like, he's lifeline. He's lifeline. He is a goat. He can literally bring you guys back from full dead. Like, I'm talking like they thirst you after they kill you. He can bring you back from full dead. And he's got a med drone that heals. He throws and it heals you, and like automatically it shields too, not just HP, which is really nice. And on top of that, whenever he uses a consumable, it's used for everyone around, his teammates around him. I love this fucking class. Oh my god, I love it. Even though I've never played it myself, it's very good utility. Next one is Thief. These are for the looters, bro. These are for the looters, the Arc Raider looters, bro. This is game for them, bro. So I haven't played it yet. I will say the grappling hook looks fucking crazy though. I ain't gonna lie. X-ray vision too, you can highlight your visor and it shows the color of chest. That's freaking cool. If you have like lockbox keys, you can just go boom boom boom, go get your shit. The drone, it's a little interesting. It's like a little butterfly drone and you can smack people with it and steal their loot. Like, it literally drops people loot. Like, if you're a looter at heart and all you care about is the loot, this is your guy for sure. What else? Hold up, is the audio coming through as well? Let me check that. Yeah, it was not. Holy shit. Well, it is now. Anyway, I'll probably just loop in some music for the video. But yeah, I love this class. Words can't describe. Well, I've never played it, but seeing other people having it is cool. I wouldn't say it's a class I would play though, to be fair. My favorites though in this game are definitely Vandal and Recon. Number one's Recon. Number two's Vandal. And Triage if I really have to play them, but won't. Before we segue into the gameplay loop, I want to talk about the UI, because that is one of the elephants in this room. It is not as bad as what people say it is, but it's still very fucking annoying. I think the game looks fucking amazing, especially like when you're going in for a loadout and like it all looks super cool. I'm not gonna lie. Say you're going into a match and you pick your map and everything. It looks cool as shit. You can click on your kit, you can click on your faction from there, your weapons and everything. I think it looks really cool, but it's hard to just navigate through them sometimes, but specifically the store for me. I don't like that. So say you go into the factions, right? And then from the factions you want to go to the store, you have to come all the way out and then go to the vault and then the armory just to get to the in-game store. I find that very tedious and it's very annoying, especially if I'm like flipping through menus. One thing that I loved about Escape from Tarkov is the menus were so easy to just flip by, all the traders and everything. And it is here, it's all here, but like if they just had more buttons at the bottom that could always be there. I know you're sacrificing a little bit of drip, but you're getting a lot of functionality in there. And I personally would much enjoy that greatly. Also, this with the vault, which is basically your stash, it's cluttered as a motherfucker. It's cluttered. I don't know how else to put it. Like things like the lockbox keys not being stackable and like the lab keys not being stackable, and just like all of these mats, and then sometimes like if you have grenades after it passes the max of 20, you still have to have more. I know other games like Tarkov have like limits, but like, damn, I don't know, like it's very limiting, especially because like in the upgrades I'm very high up when it comes to stash space. I only need one more upgrade and then I'm not getting any more, you know what I mean? Like, and yeah, just like an upgrade, like can I get an upgrade sheet like right here? Let me stop. Anyway, I mean an upgrades button, but like say I wanted to go to, I think it's, yeah, Syak. I have all the stuff to get it and I get 4 more rows, but it's at level 28, so I just gotta like struggle through it. And you're gonna get to the point where like you have so much loot, but you have to just like, yo, can I die or sell? Like, especially if you're on just like a repeated survive streak, which, well, you know your boy, we Arachne level 21, we not dying in this bitch. Like, what the hell are you talking about? You know how you rank up in Arachne? You kill people. Anyway, we'll get more into I think that shit said loot loadout crates. I think it was getting finishers anyway. Who cares? Anyway, next was the gameplay loop. So this game is, we talked about the runners, we talked about picking your shell. So now it's the like getting your loadout, getting into a map and doing what you gotta do. So the game basically just like gives you a little bit of stuff off rip, but not much, but it's stuff to get started. You have also a bunch of free sponsored kits, which is really nice. I do like it, but it's very annoying at times. There's something called Today's Sponsor. It gives you a free sponsored kit. This isn't like a scav run. You're still going in at the start of the match like everybody else. Is very nice. So when you say you load into a kit, you go into a map. Before you go into a map, you want to look at your contracts. Contracts are basically like the mission structure in the game. So you got priority contract, which is your main missions, and then you have like your side contracts. These are like your side missions. And how you progress through the game is you rank up your faction level, and then you can get upgrades through the faction level. And when you get upgrades, you get better stuff like a better shield and everything. And when you go in, as you're doing your tasks, you pick up gear for these upgrades. So you go in, you get gear, you kill other players, extraction shooter loop. You kill other players if you want to, you do your task, and you're done. One thing that's very interesting about this game though is you can only do one task at a time. You can't, so say if I click on this, I can't do any other task, even if it's by the same person. At first, I didn't like this system. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh man, this is really annoying. Like I wanna stack my tasks. I wanna do multiple things at once. It wasn't that bad. It actually allows you to have more time to do other things, which is really nice. So like, for example, usually if I was playing Escape for Tarkov and I had like, I would go to do like 4 or 5 tasks on a mission on the game, and yeah, in one single raid, and I'm just bouncing around almost to the end of the raid just doing these tasks. Now, say you're spawning on a map like Pinwheel or Perimeter. I mean, a map like Outpost or Perimeter. You can load in, do your task, and then you'll have ample amount of time to go do side content in the map. And the side content also gets you better loot, better gear, more money. Boom, you're up type shit. It's very nice. I will say though, some maps are easier than others to get tasks done, but I think it's a good segue to get into the maps. But the gameplay loop is really fun. I find it so addicting. Getting better gear, coming out. It's not as hardcore as Escape from Tarkov. It's still a little bit on the hardcore side, but it's very nice. It's very nice. I do have some gripes with the progression that I want to get into. Actually, no, let's get into it now. I think the progression gets a little grindy towards the end. For example, obviously, as you go throughout the game, the harder things are, the more expensive they're going to be to get. So for the blue shield, it was pretty expensive. It took me a few days to get that. But like when you get to like higher things, it's just like purples and golds to get these things. And sometimes it feels like it's a little, I feel like it's a little overkill for what's called for, really. Especially like the work you have to do. Like you have to do some of the highest tiered gear just to unlock a Panacea kit, which is basically like yeah, it brings you to heal up, but I feel like it's still super expensive for something that isn't not worth much, but like it doesn't feel like it's at that level. Especially like something like this, 9 Biolin seeds. Say if I go and I do the lockdown on Dire Marsh. Lockdown is basically an event that you do throughout the game. That takes almost a whole raid, 25 minutes, and I get maybe 1 or 2 bio seeds every run, but I have to do that multiple times to get it. And it's not guaranteed loot either. This is RNG. It's very RMG based with these drops, and it makes it a little bit more difficult because these purples are not easy to come by. Unless, like, even when I go to Pinwheel, and Pinwheel is like one of the biggest loot spots in the game before Cryo Archive dropped, and I'm just like running, getting all the goop chests, getting all the good stuff, and I'm not really getting these drops as much, and it was rough. Well, there is one that I'm getting. It seems like it has a much higher drop rate than others, and that is the fucking, where is it? The enzyme replicator. God damn, bro, I got 13 of these Johns, bro. Leave me alone. Oh my goodness. And the ballistic turbines, I'm getting a bunch of those too. But yeah, that's the one thing for me. It's just like I've had moments now where like I have a big pet peeve of a game not wasting my time. I don't like playing games like that anymore, especially if like Call of Duty or something like that, where it's like being respectful of my time. And at points, it feels like the game's not really being respectful of my time. I guess I'm just like, I don't feel like grinding and doing all this. I'll just have what I have. And some of the stuff I've been kind of already writing off in my head, like, okay, I got the enzyme replicators, I'm happy, but like the hazard capsules, and it's like, oh, that's actually really freaking good. I would freaking rock with that. But like, what you call it? Yeah. Freaking new Cal standard contracts will now award mechanics kits or OSD buds in addition to rewards just for doing a quest. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Especially if I go to the store. See how T it is to get to the fucking store? How many clicks was that? Go to New Cal. Can I even buy? I can buy them for 150 coins. It's not that much, especially if you're at that level. You're gonna have more money than that. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Other than that, the progression is pretty nice. Like, you get levels pretty quickly. A little bit into it, how it looks like is like, okay, you do like these tasks from 1 to 5, and then usually every 5 levels, say every 10 levels, you get a new set of missions. This set of tasks might get me to level 25 to 27, and then the last 3 I have to do by doing the side quests and doing like reputation gain. I would have preferred if there were just more quests in the game, so then you didn't have to do that stuff as much, because like, but I mean, it's nice, it is nice, but these side contracts feel like main contracts at the same time, because you have to do them. They can be pretty easy though, so it's not that bad. I like to usually do these side contracts. No, actually, one very big upside to this though is when you're doing stuff like farming, say a lockdown event, if I want to farm to get Biolin seed, I can turn on a New Cal contract and I'm ranking up New Cal as I'm doing. And the loot that I get, like the Biolin seeds, I loot it too. So there's upsides and downsides. It's not just like all ass. It really just depends on who you are, but I find it a little annoying sometimes where I'm like, ooh, I'm really enjoying the story, learning more about what's going on with the UESC, the runners, what what these companies want and everything, and then it's like, oh, I gotta wait a little while before I do these tasks again. Rip. I think that'll do everything for the like progression though. I really enjoy it. Like when you get, I will say, when you get stronger, it is so nice. It is so nice. First you start off with a green shield, you get a better shield, and then you start unlocking nades and then weapons. Oh, the weapons. We're segueing. We're out of here. The weapons. It's a Bungie game. It's a Bungie game. I don't like tiered system loot in extraction shooters. That's just my thing, especially coming from Tarkov and everything. I just don't like it in games. And live service games just, ew. They really turned me off of them. But I can handle it. But the guns, everything feels so good and feels so viable. So if you can't tell the 3 of the gun I have, this is the BR-33 volley rifle. This is my favorite gun in the game. It is literally just a Halo BR. It's a Halo BR. So let's go into the clips. I want to show y'all what this shit looks like. Metal TV, metal TV. Can y'all see? No, you'll see in a second though. Oh, we have seen the evidence. Nope. Oh yeah, no, it shows the gun.
Blanket on him.
Perfectly. So this is the BR-33 volley rifle. It is a 3-round burst. I love this fucking gun. One's in the bushes. I couldn't even see this guy this whole time though. I ain't gonna lie. Close on me. Oh, he's on me. Don't mind my tracking though. Okay. And this is what comes up after is the Recon's Echo Pulse.
Fuck, boy.
Don't mind my friends. That's the ping active trait. You can see him. Boom. Downloaded this one, boy.
I'm back.
I fucking love this gun. I love it. And I love Recon because the intel is so nice. It is beautiful. Another gun that I love is the Demolition HMG. It's a very punishing weapon. It shoots super slow. Super freaking slow. But it's cool to use. It does a lot of damage, real heavy, leaves a lot of tracers, but it's dun. I love that shit. Oh yeah, that's a tracker drone for the it's moving like a Recon drone as well. Yeah, it shreds. It shreds. It's very detrimental though if you don't hit all your shots. If you don't hit all your shots, it's very detrimental. They have railguns in here too. Charges like a railgun. Vroom, boom. Fucking insane. Absolutely love them. The other guns that I love to use. Hey. The Waster shotgun. The Waster. I'm gonna see if I have a clip of that one. This gun is insane.
Yeah, it looked like he was moving.
Nope, not that. I was getting my ass beat in that one. Yeah, it looks like this might be the one where I was using it. Nah, it doesn't look like it was either. But yeah, nothing there. The Waster is a 2-round, like you just load this bitch up and then you just jump somebody. It is so fucking nice. Maybe after this we'll get one actually in, but boom, boom, they're dead, especially close range. This is I felt like it was a necessity getting through early game with this gun because you won fights even if you were broken, down bad. You got a Waster shotgun, bro. You're fucking up. You're up. You can win that fight. You get good positioning. You know what you're doing, bro. GG. Okay. So I think that's everything to do with the weapons. Oh yeah. Some are obviously better than others, I will say. Ooh, there's another thing I don't like about the weapons actually. Not every weapon is available in the store. Now, obviously some are more like rare than others. Like because of just how some are like better than others, but like it's attachments that make the guns better. But you can't buy every single gun from someone. So for example, they have something called schemas. I want to get into the battle pass a little bit more later, but they have something called schemas. And when you buy a schema, it shows up in your armory. And when it shows up in your armory, you can buy this weapon only a few times. So stock and market 3. Once you buy that 3 times, it's gone. Like you can't use it again. Oh, you can't not use it again, but you can't buy it again until you find another schema. I know it's probably the goal of that is probably to just like make sure you have variety in your kit, but like when you have a favorite gun like the BR-33 volley rifle or like the fucking Impact HAR, those are 2 of my favorite guns in the game. This is like a very heavy hitting gun. It feels like a Man of War from Black Ops 3 if you guys ever played that, or even like an AK. It feels like the AK of this game. And I gotta buy a schema, like and they're expensive as shit. Like this game really incentivizes you to just kind of loot other people's guns and use that as a kit, but everything's always circulating. There's no insurance in this game or anything like that, so that's nice. Tau said he give, Tau said he take. Tau said he gon' fucking take. They gon' take too much. Oh my god. Let me stop. Is there anything else I'm missing here? But no, I think that's just about it when it comes to the weapons. There's definitely more variety in here. Like my favorite kits to run are usually sniper SMG or BR-33 shotgun. This is like my main go-to, but if I'm fighting bosses, I'll usually swap out the shotgun for a railgun. But if I have a sniper, I'll do a sniper as well, just because of PvP. Easier to shoot a sniper once and go get it. Now, the last thing I kind of brisked over that I wanted to talk about actually are the maps. I really love this game's maps. So there's 4 maps in the game right now. You got Perimeter. They got 2 more versions because they're ranked in duos. And then you got, oh, zone status. Let's see what it is. Rook restricted, of course it is. The other one is 2. And then you got Dire Marsh. This is like the medium map. This is where it's like a lot of fauna and everything. Perimeter is kind of just like, how do I put it? It's really like a little bit industrial, I think. I'd say. And then Outpost, you're in an outpost. And this map right here is so much fun. So on the top here, that's the pinwheel base, and then under it is like a bunch of loot, and you get key cards to go up into the pinwheel base. A lot of PvP, a lot of fun. And the higher you go up in maps, the harder it is to get the loot out, number 1, and number 2, the higher tiered it is. So it's just better. And then the last map, Cryo Archive. I haven't played Cryo Archive yet. A big gripe that I have with this game is sometimes trios is forced. So you can't do solo. And if I'm not with a 3-man, which I'm usually not, I like to play these games solo, I can't play it. I have a bunch of keys after prepping for Pinwheel and everything like that too. And I'm just like, trios, man. I don't want to do random queues. I'll probably go into the Discord eventually, but like that's my biggest thing. They're very particular about the things they want with their design over at Bungie, I'm feeling, but what can you do? I hope eventually they do make a solo version of that, just because that's how I like to play, and I can't even no-fill. Granted, I wouldn't no-fill it either, but like when I'm usually playing, I have 1 friend, sometimes a 3rd. So it's just not fun. Not fun to me to have to make concessions to play every mode in the game. That's just and that kind of goes for everything too. Like solo, I love the mode. A lot of people don't like it. I love it. But duos should be something there should be a queue for every single map. I know it's gonna split it. I know it's gonna split the player base, and queue times are gonna get longer and everything like that for sure. But on the other hand, it's just better for flow. Like, especially when people are going to, it's just going to be better for balance. When later on in the game, when people are getting better shields and the TTK raises, it's already harder to finish people off unless you have shotguns and everything. But I mean, this game's very similar to Apex. You get team shot, you're done. You got to play almost perfectly when you're fighting a good team in a 3v2. And I'm not the biggest fan of that because, whatchamacallit, not fair. It's just not fair. I mean, shit, we still winning them. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not dying that much, but if we have an option to get the duo queue, let's just do it, because I've been having a lot more fun on Perimeter duo queuing if I'm not solo queuing. I love it, especially if we wipe the lobby, and yeah, we get 3rd party and everything, and no problem. Who cares? It's pretty cool. But the maps are very fun. I love all of them. I don't think there's a single map I don't like. And they all feel a good level of difficult. Perimeter's free, Dire Marsh is a little harder, but if you get into like where it gets a little bit more difficult is the events, but it's more like time. You got to move quick. You got to move quick, and you got to be vigilant of other teams. Pinwheels, when it gets up there, especially a lot of teams fighting over POIs, you got to bring in your gear. That's the one thing about sponsored kits. They're free. They're not going to keep you alive. A lot of people fall into that pitfall of just buying a sponsored kit and then using that, but you still have no shields. You don't have you don't have the best weapons. Like, yeah, you can kill somebody, so you can snowball a little bit, but always coming in with a good kit, some extra shields, some extra everything, it's always better. But where was I even getting it at with that? Oh yeah, all the maps I just like, seriously, like Outpost, yeah, that was Outpost, a little bit more difficult than the other 2 maps, but still very doable. Harder to extract in, but very rewarding when you put in the work. And Cryo Archives, I'll play Cryo Archives eventually. I'll get there when I get there. I'm having fun doing what I'm doing now, and hopefully Bungie will change it to solos eventually, or just try to do some sort of balancing next week, but we'll see what's up. Other than that, I'm happy. I love this fucking game. I can't wait to play more and see what they're going to do. This is rapidly becoming my favorite extraction shooter. I haven't touched Tarkov since. I haven't touched Dark Raiders since. Well, a little bit with my brother. My brother. But it's fucking great. Is there anything I'm missing before we head out? Oh, cosmetics. This game was one of those, like, it dropped in the era like after Helldivers. I'd say Helldivers was the first game that kind of changed up the whole battle pass system, where it's like $40 and what do I think needs to be balanced the most? Okay, 1 second. Where it's like $40 and you have a rewards pass that you can pay for, and it's what you call it, got extra loot in there, and it's a lot of cosmetics you get. I will say it's a lot of cosmetics. Some are a little uglier than others, but we'll get through that in a second. So things that I think need balancing more than others. So one base thing I think needs to happen is the range of footsteps needs to be increased, specifically for sneaking and assassins in their ultimate. I think that's just like, it's the rat behavior is too rewarding and people are too silent for ratting. I think there needs to be just a little bit more clonking, just so like you hear that subtleness, that subtlety. Other than that, I mean, there's a lot of discourse with shotguns right now, but honestly, it's also a lot of good play. I think Destroyer shotgun is low-key a fucking problem sometimes, using them thrusters to close the distance and just blast people, but the shells all feel pretty good. I think Recon needs some buffs, but I'm biased. I think a little bit.
Let's play.
Let me think about what needs some balancing. Dude, I really don't know. Everything feels good. Now, I think this Worcester combat shotgun does need some changes. I think that it's too strong for a starter shotgun. This should almost be a late game shotgun for how good it is. And the fact that Rook gets it too is not fun. Yes, they did nerf it and you have to be a little bit closer, but like I said with just the whole ratting thing and that thing fucking people up, dog, you should only be killing, I think, up to green. Up to green, that's it. 2-hit killing. Other than that, this should be like, I think like, oh, take it out, boom, boom, you want to do quick damage, and then maybe using melee afterwards or something like that to finish people off. I think that would be much better. Additionally, I think that one of the best guns in the game is, drumroll, 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 drumroll. Let me stop. Bum, bum, bum. This motherfucker right here. This thing needs to get a little bit of a nerf too. And the fact that it also has upgrades for, has upgrades with Arachne to do more damage. This needs to do only more PvE damage. I know they're getting into like, oh, you want to do melee builds and the viability and everything like that, but like, motherfuckers like aren't doing melee builds like they're saying. People are just hiding in corners, killing you with the melee, just boom, 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 before you can almost even react, and then boom, they just take your kit. And this upgrade here allows anybody to do it, in my opinion. I don't really like that much. I think that it should be, I think if you want to go with a melee build, okay, maybe there's one melee damage upgrade, and then everything after that's PvE, so you can still survive if you're even doing melee with PvE. But have you seen anybody actually doing melee with fucking PvP? Come on, I mean, melee with PvE? No. Unless it's like, oh, I want to be quiet and kill everybody on this POI without everybody actually coming for you. And that's more viable, but not a big fan. I think the closer range weapons can really sometimes just like take a little bit of the fun away when you die like that. But like I said, Tau said he give, Tau said he take. Other than that, like the movement feels good. I think the audio needs a little bit of tuning, like I said. I would really like to see schemas change. I think that what could be better is like, say you had every gun available, right? Every gun in the store. See, it's fucking UI, man, Jesus. Every gun available in the store that you could buy under whatever. And then you have schemas for like the backpacks like they usually do, but then you also have schemas for what you call it? You have schemas for thermal attachments, purple mags, for mods, like those types of schemas, and make the schemas permanent. I think that would be really good for the longevity of it too, just because, come on, let's make builds. If this is a build crafting game, it's frustrating when I want to make my build, but then I run out of my build. You know what I mean? Especially if you put a lot of time into your build. What are we doing here? A little bit. It could be, it feels a little counterintuitive, but it's cool, I guess. But I think that's just about everything. But oh yeah, one thing I want to tell you guys about too, this game throws skins at you. It's so refreshing for cosmetics to be thrown at you, versus like y'all remember back in the day when games just had skins without having to buy the battle pass? Like, it's nice. I will say, it's not like these game skins are like insane or anything, but like, look at this. Say you go in with like a sponsored kit. Each runner has about, where do you go to see them? Let me just go to the shell select. So yeah, you have the store. Yeah, you have the battle pass, but you also just have like challenges to get your, oh yeah, customize a shell. You have challenges that you get you other shell skins. So this is the one that I bought off rip. And then this is the mastery one, Shadow Index, black and white. Bro, black's my favorite character is crazy color, so I use that. Sometimes I like to use the black and the red, but it's mostly recolors, but it looks different enough and has its own style that I love. They do it. They really like, didn't have to do all that, but they did all that, which I love, especially because they have like a battle pass, and some games won't even give you maybe 1 or 2 skins, and every single one has some stuff on top of it. Mostly some of them are just like, oh, buy like some of them are just like a challenge, like take a sponsored kit in with like Sakaguchi or something like that, and that's your task. So it's something crazy at the same time, but it's something. And that's what I like, at least, because if you fuck with one faction more than the others, you can just use their skin, like, bro. And that's what I like, at least, because if you fuck with one faction more than the others, you can just use their skin, like, bro. I'm rocking Arachne a lot of the time. That shit's so cool, bro. Going with the whole like murder god type shit. I do like the Shadow Index just because, number one, mastery. So if other people know you're a mastery skin, maybe it's like fear into their eyes, but also too, it just looks cool. What else? Yeah, that's one thing I love about the cosmetics. They don't have many knife skins, but yeah, they throw them at you. I didn't buy anything but that first skin that I got. And every gun has multiple skins that come with it too. And you'll get them normally just by playing. And not every skin has like the same reskin of an attachment as well. Most of these are from the battle pass and everything like that, but it's, you'll finish a match like, oh, I got a new skin. Some I like to still run default, like, I don't think that looks good, so I'll still run default on it, but I fucking love that, bro. I love that. For the BR33, I used to have this one on for the longest time. And the Waster shotgun, there is an all black one that's with it, but I like the stickers that I have on it that are like cool, and then adding it to it, boom. I mean, the black is nice, but I'd have to get blue or green in there and everything. It's like, I'm all right. I will say on the cosmetics that there is one gripe. Why the fuck are there consumables for the damn stickers? This is not CSGO. You can't sell this shit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They just want you to buy more fucking skins. Come on, man. Especially, it's shady. It's just shady. Especially with the start of the game initially too. It being like, oh, if you wanted to buy silk, it had to be like 20. Not silk. The Lux. It was like, instead of just buying $10. Oh yeah, I'm not showing my thing. Instead of buying $10, it had to be like 20. And I ended up spending 20 because I liked it anyway. And I was like, oh, I'll use it. But like, come on, not the best practices, but hey, is this what late stage capitalism is? Fucking hell. Even the charms, man, like I would love to throw charms on everything, but oh, I can throw a charm on that actually. Probably the 2 most used guns I got in this fucking game anyway. But yeah, the cosmetics just keep coming and it's fun. And one more thing about the shells too, there's people are always going to follow the meta and everything like that, but one thing that is nice about the shells is this really follows your playstyle. I gravitated towards recon because I love intel. I love intel and acting on it. If you find the intel and you can act on your intel, it's a fucking great class for you. On the other hand, if I just want to run shit down and go fucking crazy, Vandal or Destroyer are right there, and I run them, and it's super fun to do it. Especially with that riot barricade, you can get up right in their face with a shotgun. But I love the traversal of Vandal. The traversal is so nice. The places you can get to with her and just start firing on people, especially with that freaking Iron Man cannon on your hand, bro. Enough fucking said, dude. I love her, bro. I love her. Oh my goodness, it is so fire. Anyway, I think that's all I got to say about Marathon. I fucking love this game. I can't wait to play more of it. Matter of fact, I think I'm about to play right now.